Welcome to Learning Life Content. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Your support helps us grow and motivates us to bring you more fascinating and enriching stories. Some rivers, over the long sweep of centuries, simply fade from the world, vanishing beneath the relentless sun, their beds turning to dust, their memory eroded by time. Yet in the heart of India, there is a river whose absence is as haunting as her presence once was, a river whose story refuses to be silenced by the shifting sands of history. But the Saraswati, ancient and enigmatic, refuses to be forgotten. Her legend lingers in the air, whispered by the wind that sweeps across the parched earth, and in the sacred hymns that echo through temples and villages. She's not merely a lost waterway, but a living memory, woven into the very fabric of a civilization's soul. She's not just a memory, she's a presence that endures, a spectral river winding through the imagination of millions. Even as her waters have receded, the idea of Saraswati flows on, shaping the dreams and beliefs of those who dwell along her ancient path, her spirit shimmering like a mirage in the desert. Haunting the land, her dry bed is a ghostly path through the desert, a silent witness to the passage of time. The cracked earth and bleached stones mark where she once thundered, a mighty artery of life, now reduced to a whisper beneath the sand. Yet in every grain her story persists, waiting to be uncovered. The Saraswati is the river that would not die. Though lost to the earth, buried beneath layers of silt and centuries, she endures in legend and longing. Her name is spoken with reverence, her absence mourned as a wound in the landscape, her promise kept alive in the hearts of those who seek her. Yet she remains alive in the imagination of a continent. From the snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas to the arid expanse of the plains, the idea of Saraswati inspires poets, scholars and seekers alike. She is a river of dreams, flowing unseen beneath the surface, connecting past and present in a silent, unbroken current. In India's oldest texts, she is more than water. She is a goddess, a muse, a symbol of purity and wisdom. The Rigveda sings her praises, describing her as the most mighty and revered of rivers, a divine force that nourished both land and spirit, shaping the destiny of an ancient people. She's a goddess, the mother of wisdom and music, her form immortalized in stone and song. Artists and devotees have long imagined her as a radiant figure, veena in hand, bestowing knowledge and inspiration upon all who seek her blessings. In every festival and prayer, her presence is invoked, her story retold. For centuries she was dismissed as myth, a beautiful fiction, a tale for children and dreamers. Scholars and skeptics alike doubted her existence, relegating her to the realm of legend, her course erased from the maps of the world, but not from the hearts of her people. But the memory of her flow was too vivid to ignore. Stories of her grandeur persisted, passed down through generations, as vivid as the monsoon rains and as enduring as the mountains. The longing for her return became a quiet rebellion against forgetting, a testament to the power of collective memory. This is the story of her rediscovery, a journey that bridges ancient belief and modern science. It is a tale of faith and reason entwined, of explorers and scholars who dared to look beyond the surface, seeking the truth hidden beneath myth and finding in the earth itself the echoes of a lost river's song. From the towering Himalayas, where glaciers give birth to rivers, to the salt flats of the Rann of Kutch, where water meets desert, the search for Saraswati has spanned landscapes as varied as the legends themselves. Each stone, each ruin, each whisper of water is a clue in the grand puzzle of her existence. Clues in the land and in ancient settlements reveal her enduring legacy. Archaeological sites, buried beneath centuries of sand, speak of a civilization that once flourished along her banks. Cities of learning, trade and art, all nourished by her life-giving waters. The Saraswati's revival proves that nothing is ever truly lost, only waiting to be found again. Her story is a reminder that beneath the silence of the desert, beneath the skepticism of the modern age, the past endures, ready to reveal its wonders to those who listen with both heart and mind. Before maps, there were hymns. The Rigveda, India's oldest text, describes the Saraswati as the greatest of rivers, a roaring torrent from mountains to sea. She was the lifeblood of the Vedic people, goddess, mother and muse. The sages composed their hymns on her banks, crediting her waters for their wisdom. More hymns praise her than the Ganga or Indus, showing her central role in early Indian life. But over time, the hymns shift from praise to lament. Later texts mourn her disappearance into the desert. The river that once sustained a civilization faded, her waters sinking into sand. Yet, as her physical form vanished, her symbolic power grew. She became an invisible spiritual river, said to flow underground and join the Ganga and Yamuna. This transformation preserved her in India's cultural memory. The Saraswati was lost to sight, but never to faith. Her story is one of transition, from a mighty river to an eternal symbol. She remains a testament to the civilization she once nourished. In 1938, as India simmered with the promise of freedom, a quieter revolution began in Delhi. A group of scholars gathered, not to fight for independence, but to resurrect the idea that the Saraswati was real, not just myth. Philologists pointed to precise Vedic geography. Geographers noted a dry channel, the Gagahakra, matching ancient descriptions. Archaeologists found ancient settlements aligned along this riverbed, hinting at a lost waterway. The meeting was electric. They were connecting ancient texts to the land itself. This was a bold new inquiry, blending myth and science. The 1938 conclave didn't solve the mystery overnight, but it sparked a wave of research. It was a declaration India's own traditions could reveal its past. The search for the lost river had truly begun. The real breakthrough of 1938 was a new method, overlaying ancient texts onto the land. Scholars treated the Rigveda as a historical guide, matching its river descriptions to the Gagahakra system. The fit was striking. The ghost river on the map mirrored the Saraswati of legend. Archaeologists realized the ruins along this channel weren't isolated. They were the footprint of a riverine civilization. This synthesis birthed the idea of the Saraswati-Sindhu civilization, challenging the old Indus Valley narrative. The civilization's heart may have been further east, along the now lost Saraswati. This was a radical shift, recentering India's ancient story. The land itself became a text, waiting to be read alongside scripture. The 1938 meeting unlocked a new way of seeing the past. Myth and terrain together revealed a forgotten world. The 1938 spark smoldered until the space age. Satellite images in the 1970s revealed a vast pale scar through the Thar Desert, a massive ancient riverbed right where scholars predicted. This was the smoking gun, scientific proof of a lost river. Fieldwork followed. Core samples, radiocarbon dating and fossil water confirmed a mighty river once flowed here, drying up around 4,000 years ago. Archaeologists mapped hundreds of Harappan sites along this channel, more than along the Indus. The evidence was overwhelming. The Saraswati was real, not myth. The river had been the cradle of a great civilization. The scholars of 1938, with their maps and texts, were vindicated. The ghost river had been found. Rediscovering the Saraswati redrew the map of ancient India. The so-called Indus Valley civilization was actually a two-river system. Many of its greatest cities, like Kalibangan and Rakhigarhi, rose on the Saraswati's banks. Her floodplains enabled advanced agriculture and urban life. The river was a highway for trade, connecting the Himalayas to the sea. Excavations reveal sophisticated planning, paved roads, drainage, and the world's earliest ploughed fields. The Saraswati shaped a peaceful, egalitarian culture focused on trade and craft. When the river failed, the civilization's foundation crumbled. The decline of the Saraswati and the civilization were inseparable. Their story is one of adaptation and resilience. The river's fate was the civilization's fate. The Saraswati's disappearance wasn't sudden. It was a slow unraveling. Once, tectonic shifts and earthquakes were blamed, but new science points to climate change. Around 4,200 years ago, the monsoon weakened, starving the river of rain. The Saraswati shrank from a mighty river to a seasonal stream, then to memory. The Harappans adapted, migrating east as water vanished. Their cities didn't collapse overnight, they gradually faded as the river died. The Saraswati's story is a lesson in the fragile bond between civilization and climate. Today, the Saraswati flows through India's politics and identity. Her rediscovery is a symbol of national pride and ancient continuity. For some, she proves the Vedas' historical truth and an indigenous civilization. The river is now woven into Hindu nationalist narratives, challenging old colonial theories. Government projects aim to revive her, tapping ancient aquifers and building new channels. The science is debated, but the emotional and political power is real. The Saraswati is a symbol, a goddess, and a political tool, her meaning fiercely contested. She reflects the hopes and anxieties of modern India. Her phantom flow now carves channels through the nation's heart. The Saraswati story is one of persistence, of river, memory, and curiosity. She lives on as a goddess of knowledge, celebrated in festivals and art. Her spiritual river never ran dry, nourishing India's soul. Meanwhile, scientists study her paleochannels, uncovering secrets of climate and civilization. The Saraswati is both a river of faith and a river of fact. These streams converge, enriching each other. Rediscovering her physical path deepens her spiritual meaning. The memory of the river inspired the search that found her. The past flows beneath the present, shaping identity and future. The Saraswati, lost and found, reminds us of the enduring power of memory. Thank you for watching Learning Life content. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us grow and motivates us to bring you more fascinating and enriching stories.